Welcome to the 2017 Pennsylvania Tax Amnesty Program webinar from the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue. This webinar will provide an overview of tax amnesty. We'll review who is eligible for the program and who is not eligible, what taxes are included, the restrictions and conditions to participate, and how to apply for tax amnesty. We'll also take a look back at the 2010 tax amnesty and provide information on how to contact us. Let's get started. The overwhelming majority of taxpayers paid their state taxes on time. Tax amnesty is a limited opportunity for individuals and businesses to pay past due taxes, and the Commonwealth will waive all penalties and half the interest. Tax amnesty will be offered from April 21, 2017 through June 19, 2017. So, who is eligible for the 2017 Pennsylvania Tax Amnesty Program? Individuals and businesses with unpaid or underpaid Pennsylvania taxes as of December 31, 2015. For example, the most recent income tax return eligible is for 2014. Additionally, taxpayers who failed to file a return or report for periods due on or before December 31, 2015 are also eligible. Who is not eligible for tax amnesty? Any taxpayer who participated in the 2010 Pennsylvania Tax Amnesty Program. Taxpayers under criminal investigation, criminal prosecution, or criminal restitution for allegedly violating a tax law. A taxpayer in bankruptcy, unless the bankruptcy court grants permission. And any taxpayer with a voluntary disclosure agreement for periods eligible for tax amnesty. All taxes administered by the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue are eligible for amnesty. There are more than 30 in all, including the personal income tax, corporate net income tax, sales tax, employer withholding tax, and inheritance tax. You can find a complete list of eligible taxes online at revenue.pa.gov. Keep in mind that some taxes are excluded from the program. Taxes not eligible include unemployment compensation, taxes administered by another state, local taxes including property taxes, and federal taxes. There are some restrictions for taxpayers who want tax amnesty. Participants who become delinquent again within 2 years of the program may be required to pay all waived penalties and interest. Taxpayers with liabilities unknown to the department dating back to January 1, 2011 must file and pay before amnesty ends. Taxpayers must withdraw an appeal of a tax liability that is eligible for amnesty filed with the Board of Appeals, Board of Finance and Revenue, or Commonwealth Court. Taxpayers eligible for tax amnesty will receive a letter and then a phone call if their contact information is available. Additional notification options will be provided closer to the start of the program. What are the penalties for eligible taxpayers who do not participate? A 5% penalty will be added to the eligible liabilities of taxpayers who do not participate, and they may face other enforcement actions. To apply for tax amnesty, a taxpayer must do 3 things between April 21, 2017 and June 19, 2017. First, a taxpayer must file an amnesty application. Second, they must file all necessary returns. For example, the 2015 personal income tax is not eligible for amnesty, but the return must be filed in order for a taxpayer to participate. Third, taxpayers must pay all tax and required interest by June 19th. There are a few important conditions to participate. Taxpayers must agree not to protest or petition for a refund of money paid under the amnesty program. Taxpayers cannot receive refunds of penalties or interest paid before tax amnesty. Taxpayers who become delinquent within 2 years may have to pay the interest and penalties waived during tax amnesty. Let's discuss taxpayers who are appealing a tax liability and want tax amnesty. As mentioned earlier, taxpayers must withdraw an appeal of the eligible liability to participate. However, not all appeals must be withdrawn. Only appeals on assessments for liabilities for which the taxpayer is seeking tax amnesty must be withdrawn. Again, the taxpayer who applies for tax amnesty waives all future appeal rights for liabilities paid through the amnesty program. Taxpayers that are denied amnesty may file an appeal with the Board of Appeals contesting the denial of amnesty. Please keep in mind the Voluntary Disclosure Office will accept new cases during tax amnesty. Voluntary disclosure is for taxpayers with tax liabilities that the department does not know about. By voluntarily coming forward, the penalties are waived if the tax and interest are paid. Taxpayers eligible for both voluntary disclosure and tax amnesty should consider the benefits of both programs before choosing their best option. Let's take a quick look at the 2010 Tax Amnesty Program, which collected more than $254 million from 59,000 taxpayers. 88% of the participants were from Pennsylvania, and they provided 51% of the revenue. However, 12% of the participants were from out of state, and they provided the other half of the revenue. This map shows the states generating the most revenue. They included New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Florida, Illinois, and Arkansas. Nationwide, 68% of the participants in 2010 were individuals and small businesses, and they provided 25% of the revenue. At the same time, only 21% of the participants were larger businesses, but they contributed 71% of the revenue. Closer to the start of the program in 2017, you'll be able to find more details at revenue.pa.gov. Common Q&As are available now, and there will be a dedicated website and phone number for tax amnesty. Thank you for watching this webinar about the 2017 Tax Amnesty Program, brought to you by the Pennsylvania Department of Revenue.